Hey guys, it's me Pratima and today I will be discussing Samsung's latest Tab S7 FE tablet in this full review. Priced at around 50,000 Indian rupees or some 650 euros in the European market for the LTE variant, it goes head to head against Apple's iPad Air 4, which is a tough competitor to beat. As the name suggests, this tablet takes its inspiration from the company's premium Tab S7 series from 2020. But while the primary philosophy of Samsung's Fan Edition smartphone consists of delivering a flagship level experience on a relatively lesser asking price, things seem to have taken a turn in a different direction with the Tab S7 FE. Unlike the Snapdragon 865 Plus on the regular Tab S7 Duo, performance sees a big dip here with its Snapdragon 750G 5G chip on board. Therefore, the Tab S7 FE is definitely not for those who want a powerful do-it-all tablet or something that could replace your laptop, since it also supports DeX and keyboard input. Snapdragon 750G is a mid-range chipset, so it's not all that bad. For the most part, its performance is fairly acceptable for everyday usage as well, and multitasking between lightweight apps is fine, although keeping 4 to 5 apps open for a while will result in app reload. Yet, with this big screen real estate, multitasking on this tablet has been a delightful experience despite the minor hiccups every now and then. Samsung also lets you utilize this big screen by allowing up to 3 apps to be opened at once. As a result, I could be reading an article on the web, watching a YouTube video about it, and taking notes all at the same time. And if that's not enough, you can even add floating apps over the 3. Say you use a certain combo of apps open, there's the option to pin them on the edge panel for quick launch too. Moving on, the gaming performance of this tablet is pretty respectable as well. Relatively less demanding titles like Asphalt 9 and Mobile Legends Bang Bang play at their highest settings and run pretty smoothly. Similarly, Call of Duty Mobile is playable at high graphics and very high frame rates with practically zero frame drops or stutters, whereas PUBG Mobile renders smooth gameplay under balanced graphics and ultra frame rates. All in all, the Galaxy Tab S7 FE is certainly not a winner in terms of its performance, especially if you look at what's powering the iPad Air 4. So for its price, I strongly believe Samsung should have gone with something like the Snapdragon 870 or even the Snapdragon 860 at least. Having said that, if your workload revolves around simple note-taking and attending online classes or sketching, this tablet performs with flying colors. But if possible, I will suggest you to skip the 4GB RAM option altogether. Okay, getting to the design side of things, the Galaxy Tab S7 FE cuts no corners at all. Apart from the missing magnetic strip for a stylus at the back, its all-metal body is indistinguishable from the flagship Tab S7 series. I am all here for this metal construction, as this tablet is extremely well built and feels very premium. You can choose from 4 soft hue finishes, and this mystic silver color option that I have with me looks quite classy. Weighing 608 grams, it is most definitely not the most comfortable thing you will hold though. So yeah, this muscle exercise will definitely take some time to get used to. Regardless, holding the Tab S7 FE with 2 hands is no problem thanks to the excellent weight distribution and chamfered edges. Measuring 6.5mm in thickness, this tablet is pretty thin too. Still, I do have a couple of minor complaints on the design front. First, you don't get a headphone jack in here, and secondly, Samsung has omitted a fingerprint reader on the Tab S7 FE. Also, face unlock sometimes fails to work here when you have the tablet in portrait orientation, since the front camera is on the side. Over to the display, you get a big 12.4 inch screen here. This size is similar to what you get with the Tab S7 Plus, but the similarity between the two ends just there. Unlike the vibrant Super AMOLED panel, this Fan Edition device opts for a TFT panel instead. As a result, things don't look nearly as colorful as they would on an OLED display. Plus, this screen does not incorporate a 120Hz high refresh rate either, unlike the other entries in the Tab S7 series. So the noticeable jitter and delays when scrolling through the UI is a lot pronounced on this 12.4 inches display. Turning down the animation scale under developer options does help a lot though. Anyway, the Tab S7 FE enjoys a 16:10 aspect ratio for a tall viewing experience. Packing a 2560 by 1600 WQXGA resolution and a 243 ppi pixel density, the content looked pretty sharp in here. From icons, text to other UI elements, I could not notice pixelation on the screen. Additionally, Samsung has certainly tried to spice up this TFT panel. I mean, colors look extra punchy here to the point where it looks oversaturated. But if you prefer vibrant colors, I doubt you are going to complain. Still, it obviously cannot match the deeper blacks and energy efficiency of an AMOLED panel though. In terms of brightness, the Tab S7 FE delivers respectable visibility even when you're outdoors. Viewing angles are fine as well, although I did notice mild IPS glow in the bottom edge of the screen. Apart from the display, the Galaxy Tab S7 FE's pen also differs from the one you get with the more expensive Tab S7. First off, as I mentioned earlier, there is no magnetic strip at the back of the tablet to charge this stylus. Instead, this standard Bluetooth-free stylus clips onto the side like this. In Samsung's defense, it does come bundled inside the box, which is great. Likewise, its 30 millisecond latency is far off from the impressive 9 millisecond latency on the flagship Tab S7 Plus. Now, I am no artist by any means, so its 30 millisecond latency was not an issue for me under regular usage like note-taking, scribbling, and the likes. I tried doodling a thing or two here and found that the advertised latency is barely noticeable. But I am sure professional digital artists will disagree. Regardless, this screen's palm rejection works wonders, and I did not notice a single instance of accidental touches either. This stylus is more than lightweight enough to dismiss any notion of discomfort, while its touch response is great as well. It is pressure sensitive too, meaning that you can switch the intensity of a brush on the sketch pad depending on how hard you press on the screen. Likewise, the side button also doubles as an eraser when you're making edits via Samsung Notes, or it can trigger the stylus shortcuts too. Anyway, there are multiple standout features to talk about here. The one I like the most is called S Pen to Text, which is similar to Scribble on the iPad OS 14. Basically, this transforms every text input field into a writable area and converts your handwriting into text. For some reason, Samsung disables this feature by default, so you will have to manually enable it. Other useful things this stylus can do includes text translation, smart selection, and more. Okay, let's now shift our gears to the cameras. Unfortunately, Samsung's downgrade drift continues on this department as well, although it is not one I would classify as a deal breaker. While the standard Tab S7 Duo features a dual camera arrangement at the back, the Tab S7 FE skips the ultra-wide-angle sensor and brings an inferior 8-megapixel camera. Over onto the front, it has a 5-megapixel camera in a landscape layout. And for a tablet, the quality of these cameras is pretty good, I would say. I attended multiple Zoom meetings with my friends and family and received no complaints regarding the video quality. Audio pickup from the microphone leaves no room for criticism either. Once again, this landscape camera layout is a great design choice and therefore makes attending online classes a merry experience. Now, regular images from the primary lens look a bit oversaturated while details turn out soft as well. On the other hand, the selfie camera dials down saturation by a lot, although it cannot capture well-detailed shots either. Similarly, this tablet could be a good multimedia consumption device thanks to its dual speaker setup. While this is still a rank below the quad speaker array on the regular Tab S7 series, I found myself enjoying its audio output. It can get more than loud enough to fill an average-sized room, and the mids and highs sound quite clear, but don't expect a lot from the bass department. Plus, tuned by AKG, these speakers also support Dolby Atmos audio for an even more immersive listening experience. Finally, about the battery, the Galaxy Tab S7 FE features a big 10,090 mAh cell just like the Tab S7 Plus. With a couple of sessions of everything, including gaming, web browsing, streaming videos, and attending video calls, I managed to get around 6 to 6.5 hours of screen on time here. This is fairly respectable endurance if you ask me. However, in the charging department, Samsung is only providing a 15-watt charger inside the box, which takes like 3 hours to fully charge this tablet. It does support up to 45-watt fast charging, so I tested it out with my 25-watt charger, which brought the number down to a little over 2 hours. To wrap it all up, the Samsung Galaxy Tab S7 FE makes a couple of crucial sacrifices which invalidate its fan edition stature. First, it does not bring a flagship-grade chipset that we've come to expect from a fan edition device. Plus, the company's decision to opt for a 60Hz TFT panel is just baffling to me. Still, the included S Pen is a good gesture, and this tablet will suffice more than fine for light to medium usage. So if you're thinking of getting the Tab S7 FE, I will suggest you wait for the availability of the Wi-Fi only model, which will be slightly cheaper than this LTE/5G variant and hence will be a better value. Likewise, if you want sheer performance and are tied up with the Apple ecosystem, the iPad Air 4 is a no-brainer. So that was all for our full review of the Samsung Galaxy Tab S7 FE. We will be coming up with more of such review videos, so stay tuned to our channel and do not forget to subscribe to our channel. Till then, I'm Pratima and thank you so much for watching this video.